There's this holy grail in magic, which is called any card at any number. And what's amazing about it is that magicians throughout the ages have shown that people can actually perfectly memorize an entire deck of cards. Now, do you believe you can actually memorize an entire deck?
Maybe if I had some practice.
Yes, right, yeah. Now, you know what? Without any practice, you can do it immediately. In fact, you're going to do it right now, right? All I'm going to do is I'm going to riffle through the cards. You're going to look at this corner right here, and believe it or not, you'll memorize all the cards. You ready? Look at that corner right there, and here we go. You're done. You just got the whole deck. Now, in fact, Erica, I am so confident that you have perfectly memorized this deck. I'm going to leave it in the glass, and I will never touch those cards again. That's the last time. So you know there's no sleight of hand. All right? So the way that psychologists are showing how your subconscious mind now works is they have you make what they call like a pseudo-random selection. So bring out your phone for a second, and I'll show you how they figure it out. And just go to any browser, like Safari's fine. Yeah. And the address is, if I remember correctly, it's .co/2/A, like the letter A. Yeah, here you go. All right, beautiful. They see how there's a number 1 there, right? You can actually show it to the camera. Okay, just so you can see it. All right. So if you might now swipe through that, you'll see how there are every one of these images that changes. It goes through it one by one, right? Actually, if you now swipe backwards, okay, you'll see how when you get to the number 1, it's kind of like a roulette wheel because if you keep going now, it goes back to the number 52, right? So as you keep swiping and swiping and swiping, okay, you're just going to kind of like go around in a wheel, right? So that's what I want you to do. Hold the phone face down, okay? You're going to just start swiping at it, just like that. There you go, perfect. You're just going to constantly swipe. But what's important is, as you're swiping, you're thinking of one card in a deck of cards. Okay? Of course, you don't have to tell me what that card is. Mm-hmm. Okay? And you can stop anywhere you like. And just leave your phone face down after you stop.
Okay.
Okay. So, first, most important questions. What card were you thinking of?
The 10 of hearts.
Very, very good. Okay. The more important question is, okay, you could have selected any number as you were swiping through them, right? Mm-hmm. So for the first time, actually pick up your phone. Let's take a look at what number you stopped on. What number is that?
38.
38. Okay. Now remember how I said that I'm never going to touch those cards? Mm-hmm. And I never touched your phone. Pick up the cards out of the glass. Turn them face down. And you're going to count 38 cards into my hand.
Okay.
So actually turn them face up as you're counting. Turn them face up as you count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. Now hold on. Whew. That's going to be number 38, right? Now, Erica, I'm sure you noticed that you went, as we were going through all of these cards, mm-hmm. So far, we have not seen your 10 of hearts.
Yeah.
Now, you know what's really weird? Remember how I told you your subconscious memory could actually memorize an entire deck? That's exactly what you had done. You had memorized it, and when you were swiping, you knew exactly where it was, and that's why you stopped on the number 38. Turn over the 38th card. Yes! The 10 of hearts. Proof that your subconscious memory is superhuman. Yeah. Erica, I'm sure that mystery needs to be solved now. You want to know how it's done. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. All right, here's what happens. Before I start the trick, I organize these cards in a particular order. Okay. And that order, in this particular case, is called the Juan Tamariz Mnemonica Stack. It was named after a famous magician, Juan Tamariz, right? And in the Inject manual, I actually show you exactly how to put those cards into that order. But it's nothing more than the cards are in a particular order. And that's why you probably noticed that I didn't actually shuffle the cards before I started. Right. But it really doesn't matter because the spectator realizes that I didn't touch the cards, right? So now you go through the story, or you say, you know what, you can actually memorize an entire deck, and you quickly riffle through the cards, and you leave the cards someplace where nobody can touch it. So in this case, we left it in the class, right? Okay, so now, truly, I'm never going to touch the cards, because it really doesn't matter. So now I ask you to bring out your phone, and you do, and I give you the URL that's already provided within Inject that now allows you to perform the trick. So you type in that address, and you now go to the site that has all the numbers, right? So if you now hold up the phone for a moment to the camera, okay? So as you see, if you gotta try swiping through them, I see all the numbers are there, right? Just go through them one number at a time. Now before I had started, like always, I had activated the any card at any number swipe transmitter, and I left my phone face up in my pocket. Okay? So remember, you can either now swipe from above your clothes or through your pants, or you can do it by putting your hands into your pocket. Okay? So now, as you're swiping, I just really kind of comfortably put my hands in my pocket. And this level of comfort in my body gesture is really important because it's something that I want you to feel comfortable with my hands in my pocket. It doesn't feel awkward to you. And usually men actually walk around sometimes with their hands in their pocket because they're comfortable with it, right? And I use that to my advantage. And I'm kind of just getting comfortable putting my hands in my pocket, right? So now, as you're swiping, I ask you to stop anywhere you want. And of course, you can obviously stop at any number. It really doesn't matter, right? So at this point, you don't know the number you've stopped on because it's face down. And I ask you to leave your phone face down, and you go ahead and do that. So it's now face down. Okay. In fact, we'll leave it face up right now just so that everybody can see what it is in a moment, right? So now I ask you to name the card that you were thinking of while you were swiping. Now, I have no idea what card you were thinking of, right? So go ahead and name any card in the deck.
2 of diamonds.
2 of diamonds. Okay, so now watch. Right here in my pocket, I go whoop, whoop. And now, look what's going to happen here on the screen. Notice that even though you hadn't really stopped on number 43, the screen now changed to 19, which is exactly where the 2 of diamonds is in that deck. Okay? So now at this point, you once again call attention to the fact that, you could have named any card in the deck, and you could have selected any number. So now by using words like you could have selected any number, it reinforces in their mind that they could have stopped anywhere, right? Even though they're being forced to stop on a number. So now they actually go and take the cards out of the glass, and they're going to count down to number 19 and go ahead and count it down in my hand. Now you notice how I asked you to count them face up. Because what's happening right now is that there's all these people that are hanging out there watching the trick. And so they now know that your card is the 2 of diamonds, right? So every time you turn a card face up, they're realizing that the 2 of diamonds hasn't shown up yet. Right? Which is just adding to the suspense and the mystery of the trick, right? So go ahead, count to 19, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Now, at 18, I stop you. And I say to you, I said, notice how all these cards have gone by, but we have not seen your 2 of diamonds. So now this is once again, just kind of like building up to the climax at the end, right? So at the critical point, I say, but remember, so there is 19, turn it over, and dun da da da.
There it is.
There is the 2 of diamonds. And that's how you do any card at any number using Inject. You never have to touch the cards, and you never have to touch the spectator's phone.